by the way.
3, 2, 1, go. Hi, everyone.
Oh my God!
I'm in charge this week, all right? And we're trying something new.
Let me take PlayStation down.
Oh, Jesus. So we've discovered that Skype can do split screen recording, haven't we? And in fact, there's even an option to add more people. How about that? So as I never got to record this week, and I have some views. I want to hear what he said about my favourite.
He's having a go at me for sleep-inducing Divinity.
Yeah, first of all, where's your little scar? Where's your lightning scar, by the way, on top of your forehead?
Do you like my Harry Potter glasses? I've changed them in the last few days.
Really good, aren't they? When?
That's from Goggles for You, that site, India, where you get. I got 3 pair of glasses for 40 quid.
Bloody hell! I'm going for contacts on Sunday.
Don't forget what these are old people's glasses as well.
Right.
And also I've ordered a pair this week, a new pair for I think 18 quid. It's a brilliant site, mate. You never buy glasses in this country again.
Yeah. Did you know I've only got one lens? You know that this lens here.
You told me this. I think you said this on the show. Said you talked about the contacts last week, if you remember.
That's right.
Anyway. I've been playing Fortnite in solos because I'm now moving to keyboard and stuff. I'm not quite there yet.
You've been playing the grappling hook bit. Is that new? Is that released yet?
I could show you a replay on my thing last night. I played one game of solos last night on stream.
Right.
Got the grappling hook. And I literally did a ninja play. Even the chat was saying, is it ninja playing? Because this is what happened. Right. There's 5 people left. I'm running just below tilted. A guy starts shooting me on a hill behind me. I turn round, I build to protect me.
Yeah.
I run out of mats, so I'm in crap. I try and poke a shot at him. I lean out, hit him. I think, shit, I'm in trouble. Goes to my grappling hook. I literally went whack, aimed at a tree at the side of him. It shot me up to the tree. I dropped to the floor, changed to my SMG, bang, bang, dead. Thank you very much, good night. And everybody were like, oh my God, it's ninja. So it's a really cool weapon, mate, honestly. And this week, I have had 3 third places in solo. I am waiting for that elusive solo win, and it's got to come soon.
Well, mate, you're behind the times. All the kids are moving to Rainbow Six. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
All my lads and his mate hooked.
So
Rainbow
why on
6.
the stream last night then did I both see your account and your young lads' account on Fortnite?
Well, they do dip in and out.
Right, just wondered. I thought they'd changed the name of Rainbow Six to Fortnite.
So they've been playing a lot of that, and it's interesting.
That 0 hour with the gun I've got, the hour.
Yeah, good.
Not feeling it at the minute, mate, because I've been trying to daytime. The tracking for the gun is not picking up because of the light from the windows.
Told you, yes. Big fad, mate.
No, mate, listen. I would stop saying that because you kill my inbox when you start talking.
I know, I'm trying to get you back.
I got somebody the other week, mate, that was so angry saying he has no clue about gaming. So I'm just saying.
Damn, I've been found out.
That game is massive at the minute. It's got 9 out of 10s, 4 out of 5s. Because of the tracking, because I live in a very well lit flat, as you can clearly see now by this video.
Yeah. Tracking
relies on light because that's the way PSVR is. And if I shut curtains, I've only got cotton white curtains. It literally makes no difference. So I have heard, because it's a gun game and it's accurate, it needs to be pitch black dark. Now, when I've played the game inside it, it's amazing, mate. It's like Call of Duty. You've got a gun. I'm printing a gun thing to put on the top, mate. You want to see that?
Yeah, I saw. Actually, you did tweet this morning, right? Yeah.
I'd pay for that file as well. Pay for an STL file.
So, show us your new purchase then. Is it within reach?
What, my snazzy keyboard?
No. What's arrived this morning?
It's installing right this second.
So he's got Spider-Man. He's happy. Good.
Well, I'm going to stream it tonight. I'm going to play it for an hour. And then stream it for an hour, and then I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for an hour and then stream it.
Just play it.
But one or two things are going to happen with Spider-Man. I'm either going to enjoy it and play it to death till Tomb Raider next week.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be on CEX by Tuesday and paying for Tomb Raider next week.
Either way, I think you'll be getting Tomb Raider. That's why I held back.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's good, though.
Yeah. I'm sure it's really, really good, but it's I'm not a massive fan.
He's going to put this out on the Tinterweb, I think, as a test. But I want to say this first of all. I have never known anybody change their mind like you this week. I'm going to give you a thing, chat, right? Just get ready for this. All week, Monday, Tuesday, went,
Yeah.
Ricky, are we buying Spider-Man? Don't know. Might do. About an hour later, just seen a video. I think I'm buying it. Right, let me know when we're buying it. Couple of hours later, not sure on Spider-Man, and I'm like, okay. Next day, what we're doing on Spider-Man? Might get it. Well, let me know, because it's getting closer. Couple of hours later, don't think I'm getting Spider-Man. He did that 3 times this week.
I know. I was up and down like a bugger's knickers when I on the decision.
Oh, why?
I just couldn't. The videos look really good, and the reviews are really good. So don't. You're gonna love it, but they're just saying it's not the best game ever, because I think the storylines are going to be a bit dull to me. I think it's always capture this criminal, capture that criminal, spin them up in a web, swing around the city is going to be fun as fuck. So,
what else are you expecting? What else could it be?
You know, just
I thought you was a fan of like GTA environments, Red Dead environments,
which I am.
So that's what this is. It's an up
until this week, I've been telling you that I fucking hate Spider-Man. I think he's a fucking twat.
I don't like Spider-Man, the films or anything. I've watched 2 in my life.
But we watched, because we saw an advert on TV for the game. My lad went, oh, is that the film? And I went, no, but the film is on Sky. We sat down and watched it.
I recommended to you.
About 10 years ago. We sat down and watched it and loved it.
2 weeks ago I told you about Spider-Man Homecoming, mate.
Maybe, but it was we really, really enjoyed it, and he's watched it a couple of times since. He's talked about the game, but you know that 55 quid on digital, and it
cost me 44 quid, mate. It could have cost us 20.
On the deal sites today, they're saying, oh, it's 48 quid in Tesco. Hey, did you see that deal yesterday?
Which one?
Up in Asda, legit as well. Xbox One X's are being sold in Asda for 150 quid.
I wonder why.
Is it yours? So,
I might have another Scorpio for sale this week while I'm talking to the chat and all the ether out there.
How?
Long story, but I might tell you privately. But I might have another Xbox One Scorpio for sale this week. So
okay, well I've got old burning, and I'm in that.
You might have it. You might.
Scorpio, didn't it come out last year? Didn't it about November? And I always remember kind of thinking, I've got 200, 300, 400 quid like burning. I hate it when they bring the consoles out, or I'm in the market maybe for a console.
But can I ask you
at the same time as all the games come out as well, and it's just like, well, I could get 10 games, or I could buy a machine that won't really do anything.
Let me ask you an honest question.
Yeah.
That Scorpio is going to be 300 quid. Plus.
Yeah. Well, 100
because you can't buy them in the shop anymore, and they're 449 if they are. Because they're rare, you can't buy them. But I'm going to ask you...
get one for 300 quid anyway, but we won't.
What? I'm selling a Scorpio to somebody else, yes. Okay. Because I've got contacts and I've got more people to sell it to. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying to you is I can't understand why you want one.
Been playing a lot of Xbox.
Stop them words. You've been playing a lot of Xbox.
Look, don't shoot the messenger here. Don't shoot the messenger here, but I've actually subscribed to another month of Game Pass. I logged in this morning and this thing popped up and it said extend for half price. So I went, all right. So I've got it until the end of November now. It was only 3 quid.
You know that fishing rod that they've got you on and that line? They just keep dangling it in.
Yeah, but listen. If you do deals and you look around and do the right place, that was it was like 5 quid for the 3 months and 3 quid for an extra month. So that's like 8 quid. That's like 1 month subscription for 4 months of Game Pass, and I've been playing it. So
I was going to say, since you've been playing this, since you've paid this subscription, what games have you been playing then, other than these brilliant PC games you've been talking about all month?
Maybe we go into more detail in this on Monday night when we record for real. I'll tell you, I've been playing Onrush.
Oh, that game I've been recommending for fucking 6 months, that one.
Yeah, so I thought I'd wait until it's free. Mate, it didn't come out 6 months ago. It was like 2 or 3, wasn't it? not that
No,
old.
but I was telling you how good it was. I played the beta, don't forget, as well.
So right now I'm because you've got rid of your Xbox. I've now got 2 Xboxes in the house, obviously next door to each other in the other room.
So why do you want another one? But why do you want another one? Go on then.
We don't fucking interrupt, I tell you.
300 quid, man. You want your bumps feeling?
Well, of course, I'm playing the Xbox One S on a fucking 4K telly. It doesn't really... Yeah. Anyway, listen. So since you got rid of yours, I put my son's Xbox as my home machine, so he can play Onrush with me. So tonight we're going to be some multiplayer action. He was watching it and was really liking it. Last night I played about an hour and a half.
Mate, I was telling you about this game, but you absolutely paid no attention when I was saying how good this was.
No, I didn't.
Mate, you actually said, I think, on the show, yeah, but it don't look very good. It looks boring.
It does. To be honest with you, the first five minutes of gameplay, I thought, this looks shit. And what the fuck have you got to do? Because I stupidly, when they've got this summer tournament going on, which is online, yeah.
You didn't just jump straight
into it, and I thought, phew. I got the concept. I did the one where you got to drive through the green.
It's like what it is. It's like a, for want of a better way, it's like a shooter multiplayer game in a car. It's different.
Oh,
it's like it's not really racing.
It's definitely MotorStorm from the back in the PS3 days. You know,
what I'm saying is, it's people.
And stuff like that.
The reason people I thought didn't give Onrush a fair crack of the whip 2 months ago was purely on the point of, I think everybody was thinking it was kind of MotorStorm and a racing game.
Yeah,
it's not. It's like a multiplayer and there's different modes. You don't actually have a race ever.
Yeah, I mean,
you're chasing a score, aren't you? You're chasing a score or a skill point. It's brilliant.
That's right. Yeah, when you go through the gates, you add. It's like check gates on like Outrun.
It's a time point game.
And if your team gets to 0 time, then you lose that round, and then it's best of 3. And
but it never stops.
So far, no, because in between the rounds you just keep driving, and I really like that. Problem was there was a bit of loading shit. Graphics looks in places they look quite PS3-ish, but it doesn't matter when you're having a fucking shit ton of fun.
Why do you bother with graphics? Why are you getting graphic-y all of a sudden?
Well, because I'm playing on this 55-inch 4K TV in a standard Xbox.
You mean that great telly of mine, by the way? Is it still okay? Is it still alive?
Yeah, it's on the way out. But
no holes in it yet, then.
So I was thinking, on the PS4 Pro, this probably looks much better. So and that's half the reason why I'm thinking. I'm really enjoying Game Pass. I'm playing lots of bits of City Skylines. Some more games have come to Game Pass, and I think the value of that versus
how many of these Game Pass games have you finished this week then with your subscription?
It's not about finishing them; it's about experiencing and having a bit of fun when you get some downtime. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, listen.
Wait a minute! Didn't just last week you was telling of all these games you bought on the PC and you was really enjoying it now? Now you're a PC gamer.
You won't let me finish. We haven't talked about the other stuff. So yeah, Onrush, I've been given a lot of time to. But by the time we get to, we'll record another show. I'll probably talk about the online stuff that I've been playing on it rather than this first impression. But I was very impressed, and probably, hopefully, as it's now on Game Pass and a lot of people have got it, I reckon there'll be lots of people playing it. So, not you though, Mr. Billy Single Console Man.
I could probably play it on my PC now, though, couldn't I?
How are you going to do that? Onrush isn't on PC.
Well, isn't it on this Xbox bullshit that they're doing?
No.
How does that thing work, by the way? I was actually going to ask you this privately.
What's that?
Well, now I've got my PC set up nicely, and obviously I don't need an Xbox.
Which PC? Are you talking about Alienware or are you talking about Mac? Alienware.
A MacBook.
PC, right, okay.
Hey, a MacBook ain't a PC, is it?
Yeah.
It's a MacBook.
Fuck off. Right,
this guy's a tech support help somewhere along the country. God knows how. Go on.
I teach. So,
mate, I don't know whoever you're teaching. I feel sorry for him, but go on.
I'm in for parents' evening, mate. What we'll do when we finish this, if you've got your Alienware sorted,
I could have it
on
30 seconds, and I could even stream it in 30 seconds.
I'll set you up with GeForce in GeForce Now. Yeah,
it's already done.
No. Nvidia GeForce Now.
Oh, you mean the thing that you wanted to use?
I'm in it, and it can go on multiple PCs and Macs. And that means that you can play my Steam library from the cloud.
But when we was talking about, you actually went out your way to record a section of our show to slag this thing off. So why has you changed your mind yet again?
Remember, I changed my opinion of it a little bit later on in the month, or maybe a couple of months later, once I'd found a few of the settings that made it work properly. So I can get you over those bumps.
But now, my question, I'll
help you when we finish. Get it set up, and you'll see it's completely different to what you've seen before.
Yeah, but I refer back to the question, though. How do you play Xbox games on it, then?
What are you talking about? On the PC?
Stop, because you're being very, very thick at the minute. All this bullshit of you buy a game on Xbox.
Yeah. You need... Right, okay, look. Okay, let's see if this technology works, right? I'm opening up my Microsoft, okay? I'm going to share screen. Let's see if we can break
don't forget we're recording, by the way.
No, I know. Let's see if we can break the technology. Is he reverse? Right, okay, look, here we go. So this is my Xbox. Can you see this?
Yes.
So this is the Microsoft Store. You need to get this on your PC. Then you need to log in as you. This is my account.
Got it. Yeah, got it.
So, then you go to library.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know.
Then you go to Battlefield Open Beta. Oh, no, you can do that on it. Right, okay. So that says install on Xbox One. You see that? Look there.
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
And if you can play it on PC, it'll say install on this machine.
Mate, that's all I wanted to know.
So, for example,
you can see all the install things on the right.
Yeah, look. Forza Horizon. Yeah, this is a game that's available on both, isn't it? This is great. I don't know where it is. Yeah, look, Forza Horizon. Look, this will say, or should say, or may say, that Xbox Play Anywhere. That's the thing.
It also says, look, available on Xbox and PC.
So because this is the expansion pass, that I need to find the Forza Horizon 3 game in order to see the install. Yeah, if it was a game,
it would say install.
So that's how you play. So this has got nothing to do with GeForce Nvidia Now, nothing to do with Steam, completely separate. You need the Microsoft Store installed on...
So I'm guessing as well then, when I start farting about with that, I could then even... I could start just streaming with it.
You could do. Right, if I stop sharing?
Yeah, and I'm sure I make my picture floaty, look, and 5, look, because we're still recording.
No, it won't record your end, it records me. So
yeah, but my picture's going to be there. Oh, right, okay. I get you.
Okay. Yeah.
This new Skype, by the way, we'll have a little talk about. I've installed it today to test this recording. This is being recorded on the new Skype, and it's got recording. It's really good, and I never thought I'd say that about a Microsoft product.
I've got a copy of Sony Vegas, so I might be able to spin it through there, see if I can make it look a bit sexy and smarter or whatever. Maybe I could put a V on your forehead, or whatever it is, lightning, isn't it?
Oh, for my Harry Potter thing, just about there, look, a bit of a scratch.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the Play Anywhere now. Game Pass, really, I mean, I think, I've got a feeling that I've cancelled quite a few subscriptions recently, like to that magazine app that was £8 a month. And something else for about £3 or £4. I think something for a £5 on there. Do you know I was subscribed to a fucking app on Apple? $4.99 a month. It was one of those kids apps, like where they do the colouring. Where they do the colouring. I didn't realise I'd done it. It just kept popping up, and then I realised it was from early in the summer with my daughter.
By the way, have you watched Jack Ryan? We spoke about on the show this week.
No.
You need to stop what you're doing.
On Amazon, right?
Stop gaming, stop everything, and watch Jack Ryan.
Cranky movies.
On Sunday, mate, when it's football day and it's a great day on TV.
Yeah.
10 o'clock I started that episode because I was actually saying to myself, I'll watch one episode just before football kicks off. Yeah? 2 o'clock in the morning I finished the entire series.
Really?
It's one of the best series you'll ever watch, mate. It's like a giant film. You do know what you know Jack Ryan, don't you? What his ethos is, yeah. You've gone off camera, mate. The people can't see your rough, rugged...
No, They probably. You reckon anyone's lasted 20 minutes on this?
If the video is up on YouTube, have you seen how scruffy that lad looks at the other end? He looks disgusting.
This is what happens when you're training from home. I haven't even got any clothes on underneath.
I mean, I'm due for a haircut actually.
Yeah, same here.
Look. I still look 20. But
Jesus Christ. Anyway, look.
We're going to cut because my Spider-Man's got about 2 minutes to book.
You can wait. I've got another couple of things I want to just talk about. First of all, Pez.
Oh yeah, come on. What did you think then? Because Dan said he's a massive fan like you. He's just like you, and he said on the show that he thought it was like you, okay, but.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't think you could really distinguish between last year's version and this year in terms of gameplay on the pitch. It's very minute. The player might turn in a different way, but I didn't play it enough to notice.
I've still not tried it yet. We'll have to have a game on stream, mate.
Yeah, we will. But it's just that I said to you earlier, it's this off the pitch shit. It's just nothing there.
Yeah, but you said this privately a minute ago, and I said to you,
it's just not. I mean, you want to immerse yourself in a story of a career, and the career mode, the Master League on PES is awful, and the menus are really laggy. And what pisses me off, every time you load it, it will say it's looking for networks, it's giving you news, it's telling you about.
It's trying to have a live feed, isn't it?
But it's so many loading menus between turning it on and playing a game. It's
surely
so
funky. The game of football is where it counts. It's like what I said to you.
100%, mate.
I said to you off air, though, it's like playing Formula One and saying, I love all the paddock work, but I don't like the racing.
But remember when we played Rory, yeah? And it had, as a game of golf, hit the ball, pop it in the hole. It's a game, it's golf. There wasn't a lot.
No, that's football then. So PES.
And this is what Pro Evo is. The problem with Rory, like Pro Evo, there's nothing to do outside of hitting the ball into the hole or playing football.
But that's the whole point. You play.
No, it isn't. You need some immersion, and FIFA has it. FIFA has it tenfold.
The only
You've
reason
got 3 key modes on FIFA.
But the only reason a FIFA has immersion is because of the licenses, surely.
Absolutely, and in this day and age, it means everything. I know you can get those licenses into Pro Evo.
You can edit into Pro Evo in minutes, you said.
But I can't be bothered this year because I know FIFA's out in about 20 days. And I'm going headstrong into that. So I'll
throw a prediction out right now that you come on the show within a week of FIFA and go, nah, I don't like this.
Mate, last year I fucking hated it.
I know you did. And then as usual, 3 months later, change your fucking mind.
Yeah, so I'm not impressed with Pro Evo this year. I'm very much impressed with its game of football as ever. FIFA, whilst it's not as good on the pitch, it has that longevity about it and the 20-year career mode. The whole Champions League's now integrated into career mode. There's all the licensing. There's the FIFA Ultimate Team. There's the Journey where you can play as 3 different characters this year. It's going to be immense and worth the value for money. I'm sorry.
Are you still playing Divinity?
Yes. So let's talk about that. Now, I did send a bit of the show.
Sent me to sleep, mate. I'm not kidding you. Twice.
Okay. So what's the problem with it? Tell us.
Right, you know when we had the private chat, when I tried the first go, and I told you privately what I'm not feeling, it was a pain in the arse. I kept dying on that NPC. I asked Para, he helped me and all this. And I figured stuff out. I needed to go back, start it again, maybe start that story mode, and just play it differently. Because the game is so vast, it can turn a million ways, and la-di-da-di-da. So I did. I also went and watched that 2-hour video, but stopped after an hour of PlayStation Access, because they jumped to Chapter 2, and I didn't get to see that. So then when I watched that, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the first time ever in these types of games, I'm going to play the tank. I'm going to play the warrior, the little dwarf with the big fuck-off sword, because he can tank. Right, the beast, the very man.
Yeah.
So I picked him. Walked around the boat. I also figured out by watching that video, it's very helpful to you if you actually save the fuckers under the boat before getting on the lifeboat. Yep, so I spent 2 minutes popping downstairs, saving them and whatever. Yeah. We get to the island, mate, and it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and no word of a lie, I came in here, I got the kitchen, I thought, coffee, all right. I thought, right, this is it. Full session, 3-4 hours on Divinity, let's go. Put it on, I'm on the island at the start, I walk over to the prince, talk to him, he joins me, I walks into the village, starts talking to somebody, next thing I know, I've woke up, it's 4:30, I've fell asleep while I'm playing it. And that's God's honest truth. So get this, I thought, okay, I might have been tired. The very next day, I did the exact same thing. I fell asleep again 20 minutes into playing it. And I did think I know why.
You bored?
Not, well, obviously part of it, but there's too much reading, mate.
Okay, right. So, when we recorded last week, at the end of the show, I said, right, I'm going to play Divinity, didn't I, in that hotel? And then I went, fuck, 8 gig update. It wasn't.
Oh, you were crying on the show,
weren't
weren't you? Because you couldn't play it, I remember.
Right. So, luckily, I cancelled the update and I went offline.
Well, you could cancel.
Yeah, I went offline and it let me carry on with my gameplay. So I played another couple of hours that night on the older version, what's now called the Classic, on the PC. And I ended up getting...
Sorry.
All right, so...
Sorry, I'm just putting Spider-Man on.
Mate, it's not, this is a video recording. We can watch what you're doing.
Sorry, Spider-Man. I'm watching the video, but go on, you were saying, so you put your Divinity offline.
I want your full attention. Look at me, not the
Got it.
TV.
Look at me. You haven't got it now.
Have you paused it or have you turned it off?
It's just running in the background. It's the
Why have you done that?
It's actually on the splash screen now with Spider-Man.
Oh, I see. Waiting to be clicked. Right, okay. So, yeah, I played another couple of hours and I managed to get the collar off. Yeah? Did I tell you this?
Wow.
There's a couple of ways, but I managed to get it off.
I got it was a couple of ways, because somebody told me it was 5-6 hours into the game, and I thought,
that's right.
Well, that's the main quest, though.
No, yeah, there's a couple of ways, but I managed to get it off, and I walked around the corner, and a fucking guard went, "Oi, what are you doing with your collar off?" And he stuck me in prison.
You told me this.
Lost all my gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I managed to get a lockpick and get out, find all my gear, and then make it back to town. I walked around the corner again, same guy went, "Oi!" Shoved me in prison again. So I'm on the PC version, the classic one, I'm stuck in prison.
Yeah.
All right, and I haven't.
Why don't you get out then?
Yeah, I've worked. I spent about half hour thinking
on YouTube, probably trying to
get around
it.
And then I realised that you can change character to go back as the other one. So obviously you bring him to the prison, and then
question then, because I now know what.
And it's the definitive version.
This is a great point that you make and that I make and what we figure out. So flashback to that problem that made me fall out of love straight away. And the problem was, I did a very early quest, bit of a recap, did an early quest in the town as soon as you arrive. And this is what confused me. I've finished these types of games many times. And in all these types of games, when you are given early quests, they are very easy. They are to lead you in. Yeah. So this is what happened. It was the third quest I picked up. And it was, I talked to a man in the market. It was a bit of a prick.
Griff.
There was a guy in the cage.
You mean the cook, the chef guy?
There was a chef, Griff. There was a guy in the cage. I spoke to the guy in the cage. Griff popped over, acted the dickhead, and said, "Oi, leave him the fuck alone. He's a thief." So you talk the story, and this is where Divinity is like, this is going to prove a complete point, where I think I need to move with it, and this is it. So I spoke to the guy, and in the long term, what happened was, basically, I then said to Griff, apparently this guy's supposed to have pinched some fruit. If you go and I said to Griff, if I find you this fruit, will you let this lad go? And he says, yeah, surely. So this is the twist of the quest and how quite good they are. So I then went scouring the island, and I find this guy in a hammock who's a dreamer, who's part of the main quest. Because one of your party does this weird shit, that I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention to, because there was a shit of text.
Two of my party dealings with him.
So when you finish talking to that guy, there was another chat option, and I clicked that chat option, and long story short, it turns out he's the thieving bastard. And I thought convinced him, and this is where the twist is we're coming to. I convinced the guy to hand me the orange over so I can take it back to Griff, because I thought I was being a good guy. I found the guilty party. Let's fuck off and get this poor guy out of the cage. Yeah. Here's what happened in my first 2 hours of gameplay.
And the fight happens, yeah?
So I'm thinking, this quest is going great. It's a great little story. I'm saving this little guy in this cage. It might lead to something. Fucks off back to town. Griff pops up. We're in a tiny market square. That
it is tiny.
Clear.
Yeah.
Talks to Griff with my 4 party members, because by the way, early in the game I'd got 4 party members, so I'm thinking to myself, rock and roll, we're right, bang on. Starts talking to Griff, and again, chat options, many of. But long story again, in the list of chat, I said, here's your oranges. And I thought, here we go. Griff turns round, thank you very much. It turns out, by the way, again, great backstory. The reason this market trader's so out about these oranges is they're laced with fucking drugs.
That's right, yeah.
So he's getting high with them. So I've handed him to him. He's literally ripped.
Did you not notice that when you get the orange is worth like 250 gold?
Yeah.
So there's that kind of hint, yeah.
Well, I'm in the chat window and he says, right, thank you for my oranges. And I'm about to fuck off and let this guy go. He says, wait a minute. Who's the thieving bastard?
Yeah,
yeah. Now, in the chat, as soon as that line's spoken, here's the kicker. All three of your party members do a private chat kind of thing. And it pops up and every one of them said, don't dob that poor guy in because this market leader's a prick.
Yeah.
So I'm instantly thinking, fair enough, I'm not dobbing him in. So I start chatting to Griff. Now, obviously, to get to the end of it, I died 9 times here, and I'll tell you why. Now, so when I've died, I've then gone back to do the quest because I want to finish it properly. I foolishly thought it must have been a way to just get out of this. But let me tell you now, every decision I chose always led to us fighting because Griff turned round, he says, are you going to tell me who did it? And I say, obviously, no, I'm not going to. And there was about 4 different ways of saying no.
Yeah, but do you remember when we spoke?
I'm going to tell this story in a minute. Yeah, what happened to you, and this is what the difference is. So basically, guys, for 45 minutes, I tried to beat this guy. But when the fight starts, you're in this tiny marketplace, and there's literally, you're fighting 6 people. 2 archers on top, a guard that's very powerful in front, 2 guards behind you, another archer on top, and a fucking griff in front of you that's powerful. So bottom story is, I absolutely hammered.
I told you this when we spoke.
This is what happened in Ricky's game.
Yeah, but in Dark Souls, there's 2 ways to go. There's up and there's down.
Don't say Dark Souls.
Yeah, but listen, if you go down at the beginning of the game in Dark Souls, you die every time, right? So there's the right.
This isn't Dark Souls.
No. But listen, that part of the story of being on that island. You did it too soon, and you now know that.
The game did not let you know that in any way.
It doesn't hold your hand. It's hard. That's the thing. It's not. The thing is, this problem.
But it's an RPG, mate.
But it's a fucking hard one, and you got to live with this. Listen, I had that same experience as you with Griff, right?
You killed the guy on the beach.
We killed the Dreamer way before that because one of my NPCs one of them did that. The lizard did that dreamy thing. The other one killed it. So then I stole the orange, took it back to Griffin, and he said, who did it? I said, well, I've killed him anyway, here's the orange.
Hang fine. How did you come about to kill that guy on the beach? Because he was a nice guy.
Because one of my party of 4, woman, who rolled the dice on the ship, she had a scar on her face, and that thing did it, or something. I don't know, I can't remember the exact story.
Well,
so I let her, she goes, can I talk to him before you? And it happened, no, I'll tell you this. She said, can I talk to him before you did, right? Now, in my playthrough on the PC Classic, I said yes, and she would have fucking killed him. When I played it again on the Definitive Edition, because the Classic save doesn't work across editions, I said no, and I kept him alive, and I got the orange, and I took it to Griff, and I had your fight. But the thing is, I had your fight on the PC. Now, the thing I'm going to tell you that helped immensely.
You told me you've never died in this game, which I find astonishing.
Yeah. I've had some of my party die, and you have to resurrect them with scrolls.
But all my party died 9 times in 40 minutes in that fight.
On your keyboard in front of you, just below the escape key, can you have a look? Have a look on your keyboard.
I don't know what's it. I'm on a Mac after.
Well, fucking hell. Anyway, just below the escape key is like a little squiggly line. I don't even know how you describe it. The
tilde key.
That could be it. On the PC, when you press that, your party members, you remember like the Ready Break, you got the red outline of a Ready Break. Your party members have a blue outline, which means you can see them in smoke, fire. Do you know what I mean? They're outlined for you, and the enemy is done in red. Now,
that didn't.
How are you fighting them though? You must be gung ho.
I'll tell you what. Right,
you can't do that.
every fight, mate, that, what you've just described, would make no fucking difference because the way the fight ensued, my party are really close together because you're having a chat with him. And that was my first gripe that I picked up on. The fight starts with you're all sat in a clump. Now here goes.
Well, you can split the clump up.
I know that, but listen, what I'm saying
next time
you're
you know
asking
it.
me why I died, and I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
The very first attack is Griff, who's very powerful because he's an NPC. I learned later. He literally
later on in your experience.
He literally laid his first attack was a layer of fire on the floor that killed one of my party before I even got to go.
Right.
So then the next go was his guard, the next powerful bloke.
Yeah.
He killed the main person, me, in 2 hits.
Yeah.
So already, I've not even had a fucking go yet.
All right, so I'm going to stop.
So
I'm going to stop you there.
How do you cure that then?
So the second time I played it on the PC, and I played it on the PS4, but you never turned up, so I didn't get very far.
Don't even start on that not turning up bullshit.
I was there. I kept sending you messages.
You sent me a message at 8:30, 8:45. You told me you'd be on at 7.
I didn't. I said 8, but let's
by the
by,
get on.
Let's move on. I've done the definitive edition on the PC. I'm further than I got when I got sent in prison. Now, the second playthrough, I told the woman, don't kill him. I'll talk to him. Got the orange, took it to Griff. I wouldn't give up his name because I wanted to fight him. I wanted to see
There's no way out of that fight, mate.
But the thing is, it's all about the character, I think, that you choose and the party that you've got. I think that could be one of the reasons. You were fighting with a little dwarf who's a fucking up front and aren't you?
No, I have not had a fight with Griff as the dwarf. I'm talking about my first playthrough when I started as a wizard. I have not played for
what magic were you using?
I don't fucking know.
Well, there you go, you see. So my magic...
Can I just say something? You're actually
you need to play it
I've never... What your problem is, you're talking to me like you think I have never played turn-based RPGs.
Well, you want to know how I killed him, yeah? You want to know how I killed him?
That's what I mean, yeah.
No, I knew, and you said the comment that I'd been thinking at the back of my mind quite a lot.
Are you playing on easy?
No, not that. No, I'm playing on the normal mode, whatever pops up at the beginning. I know you can go 1 up, is it, to Explorer?
Story mode.
Yeah, Explorer.
I bet you're on that mode.
Whatever, I don't know. No, I don't think I am. But I remember you said...
I'd like you to double check next time you're on.
Fuck off.
So I can't believe you've not died in the game is my question, but go on.
You said to me, there's a lot of fire.
Shitloads.
Right, a lot of fire. Now, when I started the game again, I remembered you said that. And I was looking, and I actually took time, and I remember you put a tweet out to say that you thought the character creation bit is really good. So I actually spent a bit of time reading. And I
found on the first playthrough.
I found the character who's mainly water-based. And she can put out the fire.
But
so you see where I'm going with
Can
this?
I just stop you there, though? Why should you have to do that early? You're having to design a character. You are having to design. You designed a character on me telling you there's a lot of.
No, I knew I was playing the game before, and I remember, and I do recall every time you go in a battle, it's always fucking on fire.
Yep. I said
you're
that.
on fire, you're running around, you're on fire.
There's always loads of barrels of fucking water lying about.
Exactly, so there's that you can throw and they smash.
I know, I do know how to play it.
I don't think this the first time I'm playing it. It's only when you made that comment about fire, I thought, right, I'm going to go into this new
so you basically manipulated your game on information that you've got.
And I killed Griff and his bandits first time.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, mate, if you wouldn't have had that information, you'd have fucking died as well.
Well, no, because I didn't. Maybe, who knows? But I didn't remember. I killed the dreamer on the beach before.
So the first time you've killed a dreamer to change the story so you don't fight, and the second time you've created a character on my say-so of dying all the time. So basically, you fucking cheated your way round it.
You can't cheat at these games. You know.
Bullshit.
You can't cheat at these games.
Bullshit. You literally have just admitted there. Oh, I heard you said there was loads of fire, so I went and created a water character. That's manipulating the fucking game.
So in both versions, PS4 and PC, on the new playthrough, on Divinity and Definitive Edition, whatever it wants to be fucking called, I'm still on Fort Joy. I'm still on an island on both sessions.
That can be up to 6 to 10 hours, apparently.
And more. So
what are you just...
I think it's a really good game, but I'm just not feeling it on PS4. Because I've played it on there.
How? What the fucking difference? The same game?
No. Yeah, it is. It's that fucking controller. I can't play with the controller. I'm keyboard and mouse.
It's a turn-based game. It makes no difference.
Yeah, trust me.
You've got a hotbar. Mate, what's the difference between a PC and a PS4 is you've got a hotbar, you can press a number on a keyboard or click a button. It's bullshit, man.
You used to be a PC gamer, I really don't.
It's no different in an RPG, it's turn-based.
Bollocks.
You have
the
no...
controller, the controller is designed, they've designed the game for controller.
Mate, an RPG...
And there are differences, massive ones.
What? In a turn-based RPG?
No, there's nothing about the combat. I'm talking about the wandering around, right, on the
You push your left stick and walk round. How hard can it be?
Wait. the moving around on the console is a bit better because exactly what you've just said. You push around and it's fine, but it's the whole concept of the game. Have you noticed? And you probably have. The combat is about 25% of the game.
Fuck knows, I haven't played it.
Well, you only played it about 15 minutes.
Time.
I'm telling you now, it's more about the exploration, the story.
But why would a keyboard?
You can play because this thing. You can point at things around the screen, and you can click on boxes, and your little guy will run to it, and they'll open it. You can move the boxes a lot easier.
Please tell me you know about the fast fucking pickup and shit. Don't you?
You hold down X, and this yellow thing goes around.
So that is not.
Don't like it. I just more into the keyboard and mouse side of things, especially with the combat. Pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, if you press that button and it finds a crate at the end, your man walks to it.
No, I know, but I just feel it's a little bit slicker on the PC. That's just my opinion.
It doesn't matter on a turn.
It's designed on a PC, and it's been adapted for PS4, so it feels to me more natural.
If it was an action game, I'd obviously.
No. I get when you.
RPG.
I get it when you get to the.
You walk. It's turn-based.
Listen, I love it. You don't. We probably should draw a line under it there. Are you going to play with me on PS4 then and try and get out of it?
By saying, I do want to play it, mate.
Yeah, I think you need the hook. That once it's in you, you're flying. So, but the problem is, you've probably... I mean, this is the fucking weird period we're in. You've missed probably that week to get it.
Spider-Man's on. We've got two...
Spider-Man, Tomb Raider. We've got FIFA in a few weeks.
Still listen. Do you want me to tell you another story last night while we were chatting? I nearly... at midnight, paid 44 quid on the store to play Dragon Age 11.
Yeah, see, I've been looking at the video. Colin Moriarty and that link you sent me looks very good, but I've got Ni no Kuni 2.
Can I just say something?
And I've got Xenoblade Chronicles. They look identical games.
Yeah, but
especially when it gets to the
that's irrelevant. Mate, that's irrelevant. Just because it looks the same, it's irrelevant. You've just said said about Divinity, about story and shit.
Yeah.
So that's what these.
Well, I've never played one of these before. What's the hook?
I haven't. Dragon Age 11. This one, I put it this way: Para was here yesterday and banged it on his PC on my big screen.
Right.
Probably the best looking game I've seen this year. It looks unbelievable.
Okay.
And you can buy it on PC on CD keys for 30 quid.
Single player, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see.
I'm telling you. I nearly bought this on PS4 yesterday at midnight.
Yeah, but stop. Did you play? I mean, Ni no Kuni is a fucking brilliant game. Did you finish it? Have you still got it? Do you own it still? Or
finish it? Are you fucking kidding? It's longer than Divinity.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. I think if you bought,
I played about 10 hours.
Quest.
I played 10 hours of Ni no Kuni, and I still have it.
What's it called? Dragon Quest 11.
Dragon Quest 11.
I don't think you play it. I think if you just put Ni no Kuni on and pretended, I think you would feel the same thing. I think you waste money.
Laugh. You've just argued about Divinity being a story-based great game, and now you're saying that because it looks cartoony, Dragon Age is same as Ni no Kuni. Can I just tell you one thing? It might be up your street, because apparently the Dragon Age is very easy to play.
Cheeky shit.
And that's the seriousness. And apparently this is the nuance of the game that people are enjoying it more, because it's such a deep felt Japanese RPG and looks brilliant. People aren't struggling with it. They're actually just enjoying it for what it is.
I do get that concept.
Yeah, do you know the expert players? Do you know what they're even doing? They're going out of the zone to play it, to have harder fights.
Okay.
Basically, You know when you get zone levels and like it comes up red and you think, fuck that, he's red, I ain't fighting him. Well, the expert players are actually doing that on purpose.
Okay.
Because the game's too easy, but this is what people are enjoying about it. It's not about the difficulty, it's about the story. Mate, it looks, what I saw 5 minutes running yesterday, fucking Jesus. And by the way, I saw a hospital pointy pot ever.
I've got it. I played it.
You know, after this, before we do anything, I want to go on Steam and we need to watch some Doodle Dandy again.
It's not on Steam. I've got it on Good Old Games.
Fuck.
Sorry. Because that Hotel Reward Club does both. Okay, when it's GOG, I can add it to Steam.
Well, why can't you play it when it's in Steam?
Because you can add non-Steam games to the library.
What's the point?
Because then you've got this one place to go to double click and you play it from there.
Why can't I go and double click?
Because you can only play the official Steam stuff that I bought through it.
It's bullshit then, isn't it, basically?
Can't play the GOG stuff.
Let me tell you now.
I got a game called Elix as well. That was a game that came out quite a while back.
Have you tried that review code one I sent you? Because that's supposed to be massive, and I bet you've not even looked at it.
I've downloaded it. Hang on, I'm going to sneeze.
It's supposed to be really good. Jesus, that's a girl sneeze. What kind of sneeze is that?
That's girl squeeze. Sneeze. Yeah, so I've got 2 Point Hospital. I played it. It looks fucking ace. And
I saw it played on
3-year-old side hassling me, and
Can I just say something as well? My PC on this TV, is fucking unbelievable.
So we'll get.
One thing as well, while we're on do you know what our power set it up as well? My Alienware's on below me, and I can move the mouse to the right of the screen, and it just goes onto the thing. So I can, and this is how I sort the stream out. All my stream software is running on the Alienware, but just the game is running on my big screen.
Yeah, it's called.
It's amazing, mate. I'm telling you.
You press Windows P on your keyboard and you get the options and you can extend.
No, when it did it another way, but by the by, it's set up.
Really? No, well, that is the way because you're projecting.
Like I said, I actually sat and played WoW for about an hour last night.
Yeah, Jesus shit. You know, World of Warcraft.
Loved it, mate. Loved it.
We spoke about this last week, didn't we?
Loved
and
it.
I said to you, I can't get it. I don't get it. But there's something niggling.
It's like a drug being stuck in your arm, and
it is. It's like some more. I kind of want to have a little bit more of a go on it, but I don't know why. It's a really weird one.
Let me tell you now, mate. I know how much you've played. You know when you get to that next level, it'll end your life. You will not be playing any other game. I'm not kidding either. It's still £10 as well. I was asking Parry yesterday, do they still charge for it? It's still £10 a pop a month.
Yeah.
And it's like there's still 12 million people paying that, mate. And they have been for like 10 years. They must be rolling in cash.
Yeah.
I'm staring at Spider-Man. Can I just say something? The splash screen I've got is a big screen. Spider-Man stuck to a wall with one hand, hanging down, and it says Marvel Spider-Man, press X to start. And let me just tell you, it looks spectacular.
So should we stop this recording now?
Do you want to hop on SharePlay to watch me start the beginning of this?
Maybe. Did you want to sort out Nvidia?
Not at this particular moment, no, because I've got cables and shit everywhere.
You know, he ain't a gamer. He ain't a proper gamer.
Ain't a gamer.
Anyway, listen, all right, look, I'll end this.
Game at the minute.
I'll end this. I'll send you the file. You can stick it up on your channel.
See, guys, we're going to stick it on YouTube. You might be watching us clans have an argument again. But anyway.
I know. We do love each other, really.
We do. Anyway, you want to stick on SharePlay and watch this for 5 minutes?
Maybe. Yeah, I'll pop in the other room. All right. Anyway, look, thanks.
See you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Let us know if you did enjoy it. We might do it again.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.